Ah, peace be still. Hello, O brilliant ones. This world without you, 100 perceptions. This world without you is like a galaxy with no stars, a sea without salt, a goat without milk, a chessboard with no pieces, a boat with no oars, a husband with no wife, a book with no words, a team with no mascot, a pond without fish, a car with no gas, a bird with no feathers, a mountain with no summit, a song with no verses, a desert without sand, a sparkle-free diamond, a contract with no benefits, a powerless light bulb, a banana with no potassium, a balloon without air, a cake recipe with no oven, a championship with no winner, a pair of skis with no slope, a tree without bark, a flower without petals, a pool with no water, a grill with no meat, a pile of coals without heat, a bank with no accounts, a roomless house, a chariot without wheels, a field with no vegetation, a forest without trees, a violin with no strings, a family without people, a camera with no film, a choir with no singers, a symphony with no music, a school without students, a college without degrees, a lawn with no grass, a circle with no circumference, a map with no places, a cell with no DNA, a restaurant without food, a tournament without participants, a country with no citizens, a phone book with no numbers, a river with no current, a theater with no stage, a compass with no needle, a zoo without animals, a candle with no wick, a lamp with no oil, a pen with no point, a quill without ink, a triangle with no sides, an orchard without fruit, a shadeless canopy, a planet with no center, a rainbow without color, a clock with no time, a wheelless wagon, a battery with no charge, a nucleusless atom, a language without words, a letterless alphabet, a derby with no racers, a pie without filling, a harvest with no crop, a room without walls, a paper with no thesis, a sentence with no subject, a wardrobe without clothes, a thunderstorm with no lightning, a cookout with no chef, a dirtless mud, a voiceless opera, a play without characters, a bow with no arrows, a cube with no area, a rain without clouds, a hurricane with no eye, a crestless wave, a marriage with no bride, a nation with no capital, a bottomless box, a year without days, a minuteless hour, a team with no members, a conference with no attendees, a salesman with no product, a tripod with no legs, a bladeless razor, a recipe without ingredients, a globe with no hemispheres, a sandless beach, a piano without keys, a harp with no strings, a puzzle without pieces, a hymnal without songs, this world without you. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Bye.